You ever find yourself scrolling through your phone, or maybe just walking through a store, and you get that sudden feeling of not having enough? Well, today, we're going to dive right into that feeling. We're going to talk about a really powerful idea, how to find our inner balance by recognizing when we actually have enough.
It's a huge question, isn't it? When is it enough? And this isn't just about money or stuff. It's about that finish line we all feel like we're chasing. But what if that finish line just keeps moving?
And here's the thing. This is the world we live in. I mean, before you've even had your morning coffee, you've probably already seen a dozen things telling you what you're missing out on. It's this constant, low-humming pressure, this huge engine that basically runs on making us feel like we're not quite there yet.
So, it's one thing to know this whole chase is exhausting, but it's another thing to actually step off the treadmill. Why is that so hard? What is it that keeps us running? Let's take a look at the forces that are really pulling the strings behind the scenes.
It's kind of like a chain reaction. It usually kicks off with a simple comparison. Then society piles on the pressure, and that starts to trigger this fear of getting left behind. And before you know it, we've convinced ourselves that the only way to be safe is to have this massive pile of stuff, an abundance we might not even really need.
Right. This is basically keeping up with the Joneses, but amped up to 1,000. It's not just your neighbor's new car anymore. It's a non-stop, 24/7 stream of perfectly curated lives, and every single one can feel like a little reminder of what we supposedly don't have. It's a really tough environment to just feel content in.
So, if the problem isn't the actual number in our bank account, maybe we're focusing on the wrong thing altogether. What if the real solution is a complete shift in our mindset? Let's try to redefine what enough even means in the first place.
And this is the absolute key. Enough isn't a destination you arrive at. It's a state of mind. It's that quiet, internal feeling of satisfaction that has absolutely nothing to do with what anyone else thinks. And when you see it that way, you take back the power. The goal is no longer out there somewhere. It's right in here.
Okay, that sounds amazing, right? But how do we actually get there? How do you cultivate that feeling when the world is constantly screaming that you're not there yet? Let's break it down into some real, practical steps.
Think of this as your personal toolkit for finding that balance. It all starts with you, defining what a rich life actually looks like to you, not to someone else. From there, it's about building new habits, consciously appreciating what you already have, setting a clear enough point for yourself, cleaning up your social media feeds to protect your peace, and just focusing on simplicity.
Now hold on. There's a really common trap here. After hearing all this, you might be thinking it's a call to just give up your ambitions, to, settle. But that is a complete misunderstanding of what this is all about.
This is such a crucial difference. Recognizing enough is not about slamming the brakes on your life. It's about learning to drive with the windows down. It's finding that sweet spot, that perfect balance between working toward a great future and actually deeply enjoying the moment you're in right now. It's about finding the joy in the journey, not just waiting for the view at the top.
So I'll just leave you with this question to think about. Take a moment. When was the last time you truly felt that sense of peace, that feeling of having enough, right here, right now? Because just recognizing that feeling, well, that's the very first step to finding it a whole lot more often.